This is a video on my thoughts of the Animal Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I just want to say before the video begins that I do not have an affiliation or connection with either, and this video is purely for fun. Thank you. I'm Jenny and I'm here today to talk to you about the Animal Tarot card deck that I have just recently purchased online. I did see it first online and I was very struck by the images, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on them, and they arrived a few days ago and I've been working with them since then. But for anyone who's interested, I thought I'd just talk you through some of the images and the way the cards look and feel, you know, for people who might like them. They came in this sturdy little box, so they're being kept safe. The book that comes with them is quite small, but it's, you know, it's adequate, and if you already know your tarot cards, then this is just a backup really. The cards are not meant to be read in reverse, so there's no reverse meanings, but I don't use that anyway personally. In terms of the actual deck, it's a nice thick one, as you can see. The cards are of a nice quality, decent, you know, there's not, they won't crease easily, there's a nice sheen to them. They are quite wide, so some people might find them difficult to shuffle. But of course, you know, you can just mix them up on the table, no need to use both hands for that. In terms of the actual cards themselves and the images, I mean, it was that first attracted me to these cards. They are gorgeous, really and truly. So if we can just take a quick look here, and I'll talk about them in a little bit more detail. In terms of the minor arcana, they use different names for the suits. So you have spring representing wands, summer represents the cups, autumn represents pentacles, and winter represents swords. Fairly easy to remember, I think, if you think of, you know, the cold steel of a sword, and winter. Autumn, pentacles, the time of harvest and reaping reward. Summer, I think, speaks for itself in terms of being like the cups, and spring with the wands. You know, many wands in other decks are represented with having buds on them just about to bloom. So I think that's fairly easy to remember when you're actually doing a reading. They use prince and princess for pages and knights, and also, as you can see here, there are short messages about what the card actually means on the bottom. I mean, if you are in the middle of a reading, you know, you wouldn't necessarily want to be stopping and reading everything on there. It's useful if you do know what the cards mean in the first place. But I think it's quite nice for the person who's having the reading as well. They can see exactly what's going on, you know, what the card means. They're all very positive. This is very much a deck about, you know, positive energy, looking forward, and doing and being and creating, which I don't think is a bad thing. You might not want to use it every time, but I think it's really nice, and I'm really looking forward to using them. And as you can see here, say just a bit of a close up there on the Gypsy Vanna horse, who represents the King of Autumn, and the Ace of Summer with the dove, which they really are striking and beautifully drawn. Moving on to the major arcana, you'll see these two here have different names. The renewal card is the judgment card in other decks, and awakening is the Hanged Man. And I really like this one particularly. The giraffe's head is popping in from above, and the message at the bottom there is look at things in a different way and all will make sense. And I really like that, because that is certainly one way you could look at the Hanged Man. So there's lots of symbolism there, you know, to refer to when you're actually doing a reading. There's all the animals are real animals, apart from the magician, which you can see is the unicorn. The High Priestess here with this lovely owl swooping in from the night sky. And I really like this one, Strength, the Maasai lion and the lamb laying down together. I'm not totally sure about the flowers in the lion's mane, but nonetheless it's still a very striking, very, you know, moving image, actually. Okay, so those were my thoughts on this lovely animal tarot deck. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and look out for some more of mine in the future, because I think I will be doing more. I have very much enjoyed this. So thank you for watching, and until next time.